Всем привет! Недавно смотрел, как стример nokokopuffs на своем канале делает разбор и анализ клипов и игр своих подписчиков, которые они ему присылают. Я решил этими разборами с вами поделиться. Приятного просмотра.
Clip number one. Is there anything I could have done better here, or is there anything that I should work on? If so, and have you already checked these clips?
В первом
Mike, you
клипе
guys have completely checked these clips.
человек спрашивает, мог ли он что-то лучше
These are
сделать,
safe for me to like copy and paste.
чем он сделал, и если да, то как ему поработать над этой областью.
I'm gonna hide my screen just in case a big fucking penis just starts helicoptering around. That would not be a good time.
Говорит, спрячет на время экран, вдруг огромный пенис начнет крутиться на экране. Напоминает одно видео из молодости. Увидел врага. Тиммейтов мало хп, говорит. Не стал бы менять оружие, потому что слышит, что люди идут. Враги, в смысле.
Honestly, everything's fine so far. It's like preference, right? Like you have a preference of playing right now. It doesn't feel. Armor swap here.
Сменить армор из бокса, чтобы не тратить время на хил.
Good beams. He took the portal. Kill him on the portal.
Убить того, который на портале, но он улетел назад.
I would send that guy. I would absolutely send him. The reason, okay, so real quick, the reason I would send him, right, is because he's healing and he's by himself. My team member is most likely dead, right? So if you go help your team member, that person's gonna heal. These two people are healthy. You know these two people are healthy because they wouldn't have taken the portal if they weren't. So they took the portal. They're trying to fight your team member. He's gonna keep sending him back. And if your team member does do damage, you're gonna be staring at that portal moving. I would push that guy.
В общем, говорит, что он бы запушил чувака, который на портале улетел на ту уже сторону, пока его тиммейты еще были здесь, потому что тот без хп, он по-любому будет хилиться, а тут остаются два врага на этой стороне, дерутся с оставшимся чуваком, и, возможно, этого вот Рипер, Мэджик, его вообще убьют, да, а тот чел без хп, то есть идти помогать тиммейту, возможно, живому, да, ему не нравится идея, вот, потому что тот улетел на портале, сейчас отхилится, фуловый вернется. Вот и так можно было бы его там доесть.
And you have your ultimate ability. I would have threw my ult.
Плюс есть ульта. Уже бы кинул ульт.
Right now there's a third party happening, so I'm 100% staying aggressive. I'm going over there. I'm throwing my ult.
То есть сейчас там третий отряд вступил в бой. По-любому нужно продолжать играть агрессивно. Уже пошел бы туда и кинул бы ульт.
Overall, I don't think what I'm watching is bad, though. I don't think what I watched was bad. I think if you wanted to be a little bit more aggressive, like you played fine. But I think in terms of if you're playing against a really good team, right? If you're playing against a really good team, like it was this moment right here that really just kind of like did it for me, is when you did damage, right? Like this guy took the portal. He's flesh. Your team member, like, I don't know if there's communication being said, but... Yeah, but even if you're afraid to die, like you necessarily won't die, right? Because you have, again, this is based off of like higher competitive play. Like you want to get better at the game, right? You have 9 death boxes around you. Like what you could have done.
Надо было пушить того чувака, даже если боишься
literally instead
умер,
of spending
что
8
умрешь,
seconds doing
то
nothing, because all he did was just kind of like
вокруг
right? You could have
полно
went in every single
дедбоксов,
box and dropped armor swaps on those
можно
boxes.
сменить
However,
броник
it would have
всегда.
benefited the other team.
Плюс вот в этом
Or
моменте,
you
где
would have
он
been
очень
completely like ready to
долго
handle
стоял,
that team in
смотрел
that
в
spot and just
пустоту,
play the
можно
armor
было
swaps. Right?
быстро
Armor swapping is
поскидывать
your bread and butter of
броники
Apex. It's always going to be your bread and butter of
из
Apex. So
сундуков,
I
чтобы
think
был
this
армор
is going to
свап
be one of
всегда
those things
наготове.
where, you know, that you asked what you could do better. I think you played it fine. I think you played it absolutely fine. I don't think there was anything you did wrong. I think there was just minor improvements that could, like, you know, in the higher tier competitive, I think would be better, right? Like, you hit this guy Flesh, and your teammate is fighting people right now taking the portal. I'm fucking throwing my ult and I'm full sending and I'm being aggressive.
В этом моменте уже кинул бы, скорее всего, ульт на эту сторону портала, куда он смотрит. Потому что на той стороне сейчас враги файтятся, и по-любому они будут улетать, как ПХП просадится. И как только они на эту сторону прыгают, ульта их затянет, и изи можно будет убить.
So, I mean, that's just basically what I would do. You want to end the fight as fast as possible. As the fight continues on, it's just going to be like more and more and more.
Вот, твоя цель как бы закончить файт как можно быстрее, чтобы не успело third party случиться.
You know, it kind of all depends. But again, I don't think you played wrong. Solid beam. Yeah, carrying nades on Horizon's a big thing too, but we're going off of pure gameplay, not off, like, I don't want to call it metagaming, but like legend gaming, you know what I mean? I'm just sharing very, very generic. Drop 4 syringes.
Заменить хилки, потому что
Over the syringes. You don't need 8 syringes.
8 хилок не нужно. Никогда тебе не нужно 8 мелких хилок.
Logan or Floyd? I'm gonna say Floyd, but Logan is just massive. Like, you guys have to understand, he's like literally fucking 50 pounds heavier. And in boxing, that's astronomical. There's a reason why they don't put them together. And Logan knows how to fight. You know what I mean? He does know how to fight, but... I would not be using cells here. You have only 4 cells.
Не использовал бы мелкие банки, потому что всего 4 мелких банки осталось.
I would grab those cells in front of you in that pill.
Забрал бы из сундука, забрал бы банки мелкие, вернулся бы к трупу, к боксу, забрал бы тоже мелкие хилки. В эндгейме очень важны мелкие банки.
Solid beam. Still holding on to your ult. The fact that you're alive right now is disgusting.
Факт того, что ты все еще жив в этой ситуации, отвратительно. Нужно играть агрессивно, нужно пушить. Пуш его. У тебя нет выбора. Тебе стреляют в спину. А чувака минус 150, а сейчас он уже съел большую банку.
Apex is literally all about decision making ASAP.
В Апексе самое главное — это быстрое принятие решений. Правильных решений.
No, you're dead. There's no way.
Это невозможно, что ты выживешь сейчас.
You're a fucking magician.
Ты чертов маг.
It's as simple as that. Wouldn't be worried about that.
Ты бы об этом не беспокоился.
Yeah.
Кидать
Should have crouched, so you did the slide.
своего почти мертвого
You see behind you, now you
союзника.
shoot. I would turn around and shoot.
Нужно развернуться и
have to go behind that.
стрелять.
You can't put yourself out in the open like that. The storm is on their backside. You should have turned around. So, right here, you know you're dead anyway, right?
Здесь
So
ты
this
уже
is like one of
понимаешь,
those
что ты
moments where
мертв
this is like
в
fight or
любом
flight, you
случае.
know what I mean? Type of mentality of like, you fight or you die. You're gonna die either way, right?
То
But you
есть
might as well try to give
ты
yourself a
разворачиваешься и
chance. What
дерешься,
you do
либо
is
ты
you're
мертв.
hiding
Ну,
from this
точнее, ты
heat
мертв
up
в любом
above
случае,
by hiding
скорее
in this
всего.
crevice, and you're using this thing. Now
Но
the
ты
storm
можешь
is on their
развернуться и
backside. When the storm is on their
попытаться
backside, you shoot
отбиться.
them. You only need to do at this
Здесь
point
можно
round 4, all you
попытаться
really
за
need
вот
to do is
этой
100 damage, right?
недо
Because the storm is gonna hit them so
прикрытием за
much,
ним
it's gonna, like,
спрятаться
you know, hit
и
their chest,
попытаться
their bodies,
отстреляться.
they're literally gonna fucking mess up. So what I would do is right here, slide into that corner,
Слайд
and automatically
туда
turn
в угол
around and start
налево,
shooting. You want to start beaming
развернуться
and
и
trying to at
сразу
least get them off your
стрелять
back.
по ним.
You're in the zones, you're safe.
Ты в зоне,
that's
а они
basically
бегут
what I
по
would do
зоне,
in
то
that
есть,
scenario.
возможно,
Now,
им
even
нужно
going
нанести
backwards
сколько-то урона, и
is
дальше их
held
уже
down to a
сожрет
really
зона.
long time. That's a thing that, you know, there was this moment right here that when you do 100 and something damage to them,
Ну
like
и
right
вот
here,
этот момент, когда ты
that's your moment.
150
Go,
по
go,
человеку
go, go,
даешь,
go. Like you full on
нужно
set,
его
you toss your
допушивать.
fucking ults, you do whatever. You basically, you don't have time. There's a team behind you shooting you. You are completely out of meds. You have 2 batteries, 1 Phoenix kit. You're not gonna make it to the very end. You just kind of, you just got to make quicker decisions. But overall, I think that, you know, for platinum, I don't think that you were making astronomically horrible decisions. I think you were just making regular, it just feels really regular to me. It doesn't feel like anything bad. Not contributing enough damage. I know my positioning is bad, but I don't know how to improve it. I mean, okay, let's take a look. So, not
Я
enough
знаю,
damage is what
что
this
моя
person is saying that
позиционка
they did.
плохая, но не знаю, как ее улучшить.
This is your aim and movement. Okay. This is bronze.
Это вообще
So
бронза.
firstly, I'm gonna pause. Listen, first of all, in bronze, the only thing you really should be working around is your aim. Don't really worry about positioning too much.
На бронзе
Everybody in
все, о чем
bronze,
тебе стоит беспокоиться, это
they move like
АИМ,
potatoes, right? Movement is later.
потому что
Movement is later
все
on.
игроки
You want to
передвигаются как
focus on
картошка.
the core of this game, and that's gonna be your aim. If you can out aim everybody in bronze, you're fine.
Если
Because
ты
I'm telling
можешь
you right now,
перестрелять
nobody in bronze is
человека в
jumping up
бронзе,
the walls,
то
tap
с тобой все
tracing,
нормально.
360.
Никто не
They're not
wall
flying
jumpит,
around the map.
ничего
They're not
такого не
bunny hop
делает.
healing. They're not zip line jumping around these buildings. You know what I mean? The majority of bronze. Focus on aim. Let's not worry about positioning too much. But we'll continue.
Я бы, наверное, еще добавил, что в бронзе нужно сконцентрироваться даже не на имя, а на том, чтобы играть в игру. Потому что у тебя очки не отнимают. Рано или поздно ты из бронзы в любом случае вылезешь. Достаточно просто играть.
From that beam, it looked like you had some cracked ass aim.
Блядь, так чувака затрекал, что похоже, что у тебя все-таки нормальный аим. Чел пикает так из-за угла. Вообще не очень похоже на игрока из бронзы.
I wouldn't have flown.
Чё?
Apex Legends, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck was that?
Чё это было вообще?
What is that? Moving on.
Reloading.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I want to check one thing too. Let me see this real quick. One thing I'll recommend to you is, turn down your ADS sense. It looked like you had the right idea.
Советуют уменьшить ему сенсу
shooting this person the way you did, but I think
ПКМе.
you flung your mouse to the left. So finding a sweet sense, I made a video about this. Finding your sensitivity is gonna be your bread and butter because of those, you know, as when you're playing the game, 99% of the people that play this game, you react off of raw emotion. Somebody appears in your top left screen, they're moving like this, you're like flicking left and right, right? The faster you flick can really, you know, can really
В
just
общем, чуваку надо
you up,
поработать
or
над
it can
тем,
make
чтобы
you,
найти
you know, really good.
подходящую
That's why
сенсу.
people that play Valorant, people that play Apex, people, pretty much every single FPS shooter, you worry about your sensitivity. So you notice that you'll shoot and you kind of like snap over to the left.
Налево курсор, точнее прицел очень резко, что-то у него в АДС ушел в ПКМе.
I would ask your team to scan.
Попросил бы тиммейта
He
просканить.
uses ult, so he needs to scan. There it is. Don't worry about a down body right now.
Не беспокоиться, пока нокнуто.
He's scanning really quick. Got to your left. To your right. Okay, I would like for you to go back up top. Take that reposition again.
Залезть обратно наверх
I wouldn't loot right now.
и не лутать.
Wait, well, you're on mouse and keyboard. Never mind, you can. No, you could have popped the battery. I think you're putting yourself... Okay, so my only problem is I would stay low. And here's why I would stay low. This is train yard. Looks like a fight is happening from top, low, left, right. I would just stay low with your team.
Говорит, остался
By
бы
going
с
to the
командой
middle, there's
внизу,
somebody in this cart, and I think there's someone behind you in the other cart as well. I'm pretty sure they're up
потому
here somewhere.
что стреляют со всех сторон.
Like 99% sure. I could have sworn.
Сверху, снизу, слева,
I guess
справа.
not. I thought there was two teams. That's my fault.
Ну, говорит, показался ему. Походу, нет, отсюда стреляют. Ну, залетел бы
And then look down
наверх
for your team.
и смотреть на свою команду,
But don't drop
прикрывать.
fully yet.
Ну, тут прям очевидно чуваку, на чем на компьютере, да, играет, на PC. Да, сенсу по-любому нужно уменьшать.
Okay, so if I were to break down this clip, it's exactly what I said back in the beginning. It's exactly what I said back in the beginning. It's not necessarily your positioning. I don't think positioning is the problem at all. I think your positioning...
Позиционка здесь вообще не было
like I said, it just
проблемой.
doesn't matter because everyone's playing
В
chaotically.
общем,
The only
чел,
thing that
мне
you need
кажется,
to
вообще
focus on
неплохо
is just
отыгрывал.
your aim.
На
That's it.
Валькирии, там, на
What I recommend
хайграунды
doing
залетал.
is going to the firing range. You can either do 1v1s, slide outs, or do
В общем, советую этому челу
flicking over to the dummies. So what I mean by flicking over the dummies
идти на
is you
firing
look over to
range,
the left and then
на
flick over
полигон.
immediately to the right and see like find the
Тренироваться,
sensitivity that you can
переключаться
flick at
между
high
целями.
speeds that puts you as accurately on your target. Also, it's one of those things where Apex Legends has a way of tricking our brains where people look like they're moving unbelievably fast, but if you really notice it when you're watching a controller player, and it's no insult to controller players, but controller players will aim assist, right? Is you'll see that their aim is like it's like one of these moments, right? And a mouse and keyboard person, they're kind of like shaking their hand, like trying to like do one of these things where it looks like a mouse and keyboard. It makes it feel like the person's moving a lot faster
Интересная
than
мысль,
they
сейчас
actually
я
are.
дослушаю.
So if you try to mimic that, like slow down in your brain, like when you ADS, just think to yourself, slow down, like just follow their movements. They're not moving as fast as what your brain is thinking. If that
В
makes any
общем,
sense.
зачастую при игре в Apex возникают такие ощущения, что тебе кажется, что события происходят куда быстрее, чем они происходят на самом деле. То есть персонажи передвигаются, тебе кажется, что быстрее, хотя они передвигаются не так быстро. Вот. И если посмотреть там на игроков на контроллерах, да, то есть на людях, кто играет с приставки, их курсор плавно перемещается прицел, да, а те, кто играют на компьютере, у них там резко мыши, они туда влево-вправо, влево-вправо, хотя на самом деле персонажи, даже если они стрейфятся, они делают это довольно плавно и не очень быстро, да, то есть и его совет, когда ты ПКМишь, просто давай себе установку slow down, помедленнее, то есть как бы не торопи события, все не так быстро происходит, как тебе кажется, просто спокойно целься в цель.
Overall, brother, just work on your aim. That's it. I wouldn't worry about anything.
В общем,
else.
в целом просто работай
I
над
would
своим
not
аимом,
worry about
чувак.
anything else.
Всем привет. Недавно на своем канале nokokopuffs делал разбор клипов и игр, которые ему присылают подписчики. Я решил с ними